Like sand through the hourglass, so are the days of the Trump presidency. Hello, hello. It is October 2019, and for what it's worth, just so you know, this month, yes, my nails are going to be deeply, deeply silly. Just so you know. It's just how it's going to be. This is the Halloween deck, and it's my second, well, actually, yeah, it probably is my favorite. Halloween and Christmas are just amazing to me. And Thanksgiving is good. My birthday's in November, so October, November, December, my favorite time of the year. Anyway, but there's a fire hose, and I think we need to just look at, what do we need to know about the whole impeachment inquiry, the back and forth. Oh gosh, Trump sounded like a parrot today. He even and during Chopper Talk, as Stephen Colbert calls it. Whoops. Oh, kitty. Hello, boo-boo kitty. Yeah, Trump was a parrot today when he said, he was talking about the call with Ukraine, and he said speak only in terms of corruption. And then he kept on with what he was saying. I mean, it was so obviously something he had been told. It was, yeah, it's like, I actually burst out laughing. It's like, you're a parrot. You are the most rotten parrot ever. But anyway, so what do we need to know? What do we need to know now? In today's episode, there was someone in the CIA. Hello, sweetie. There was someone in the CIA who referred a criminal complaint to the Department of Justice. Over here, sweetie. You got your bed. You've got your bed right here, dear. There you go. There you go, good boy. Someone in the CIA made a criminal referral to the Department of Justice that had to do with the Ukraine mess. And of course, Bill Barr's Justice Department threw that away. And, gosh, Romney has spoken out against Trump, which is just hysterical in my mind, because he almost became Trump's Secretary of State, or he went out for the job and had pictures taken with Trump and was ready to be part of this corruption, and he just goes back. He's spineless, and he's only speaking out now because Trump is actually very unpopular where he is. Apparently, the Mormons are not big Trump fans. The Democrats are subpoenaing the White House. The White House is sending back a letter saying that they are not going to comply until the House holds an actual vote on an impeachment inquiry. Yeah, it just goes on and on and on. So let's see, what do we need to know? Actually, I think let's see. What do we need to know? There's a lot. I mean, I just listed a whole bunch of stuff, but there's a lot. And for what it's worth, what I'm getting is that very just okay look on his face of, we're gonna be all right. We're just, yes, this is what's happening. Just look at it and go about your day. Contact your representatives, let them know calmly that you want them to keep on with the Trump fighting the fascism. And, to the point where even the cat's looking at him like, really? You're calm and all this? It's like, yes. Yes. And that's the message I'm getting, for what it's worth. So I'm passing it on to you. And you. And you. In the past, partisan bickering just a whole bunch of partisan bickering. And often it was the courts who would, they don't like stepping in between branches of government, but they would certainly step in between the parties when the parties were arguing over things. And, well, I don't like that I'm feeling court stuff there, because these new Supreme Court season? The new season of the Supreme Court, only on NBC. No, the new session of the Supreme Court is about to start. That'll be a whole different reading. Center of the reading. You know the expression, give someone enough rope that they can hang themselves with, metaphorically? That's what I'm being drawn to. This is, oh look, there's Trump, there's Barr, there's Jim Jordan, there's Nunes, there's there's Pompeo, there's Stephen Miller, there's Rudy Giuliani, there, you know, and it's like, look at all of them breaking the law, and you know, there are people actually stepping in against their corruption. It's so that's good. Base of the reading. Five of ghosts. It's a 5 of cups. And the 4 of ghosts. The base of this is a disappointment. And I feel like I didn't say that I said that for a reason. I used the word base. The base is disappointed. And it feels like the Republican base is disappointed. I didn't think that was possible, but that's what it feels like. And they're not necessarily buying the apple cider flavored Kool-Aid that Fox News is peddling. Yeah, the reaction to all the Ukraine stuff coming out and the impeachment going forward, and yeah, shock. All right, above the reading. My favorite card in the deck, the 6 of Pumpkins, the Generosity card, and the King of Ghosts. Ghosts are cups, and this is generosity, handing out Halloween candy, sharing with others. And then the Democrats. And Schiff, I believe, is a Cancer. So, and he's the head of the Intelligence Committee. So, yeah, there has been partisan bickering in the past, but right now people are just hoisting themselves on their own petards. And there's disappointment in the base of the Republicans, and then there is finally something for the Democrats. That's what I'm getting. All right. Oh, near future. Okay, somebody's going to be howling at the moon. We're going to be really, really upset. And people who perhaps in the past got along, but then in the Trump era, they stopped getting along, stopped working together in Congress, stopped their... it's going to bring them closer together, because there's nothing like an outside enemy to bring people together. And that's what this feels like. Something more is going to come out. I'll ask more about that later. Home environment. He's toast. That's what I'm getting from that. 4 of Bats is the 4 of Swords. And he's toast. And the Republicans are going to fight for Trump, but it feels like we're moving into this energy. Hopes and fears. 5 of Swords. Insult to injury. Theft. You know, stealing your Halloween candy and standing there looking like a bully, just looking smug. And the moon, even the moon is not impressed. Hoping they can just get away with it. If they just throw up enough, all right, hoping they can just throw up enough stuff, and that it will cause, but for people who aren't paying enough attention, that it will somehow stick. That that Biden's corrupt, but Trump is projecting. He's just projecting. What others see. This is America, and this is the rise of feminine energy in the country. And it's major arcana, it's a major force. It's a major spiritual force that's rising. Okay. Final outcome, justice, that's good. It feels like this justice is directly linked to these people working together, whoever that is. Whomever that is. But then Barr, this is the card that comes up for Barr. Can you believe, at the Hermit? Not that he's wise or something, but this particular mad scientist who's creating really ugly smoke bombs. So there is going to be some back and forth where something bad comes out. Some people with a conscience in Washington, D.C. decide that they are going to work together. There is some justice. There are some investigators coming forward, some whistleblowers coming forward, and then Barr setting off another super stinky smoke bomb. So what's this? What's gonna make people howl at the moon? The Republican resistance at the moment, the energy of it, resistance, not like the resistance, just their resistance to giving up on Trump, it's still strong in the places it needs to be, but the mental image I'm getting is like a puddle that's evaporating. The center of the puddle, where it's the deepest, is still there. It'll still soak your shoes if you walk through it, but the edges are just drying up. What's going on with this moon? La Luna. All right, what I'm feeling from this is more of the Trump asking foreign countries, Ukraine, China, whatever, for help against his enemies, and so him asking for foreign help and then throwing up as much chaff as he can. That it's fine, I can do it, it's legal, you don't pay any attention here, but the Democrats are just going to keep pushing, and if they don't, they've already said if they don't get they've subpoenaed records from the White House, and they said if they don't get it, they're going to tack on obstruction to the impeachment, the counts of during the impeachment trial, rather than go through the courts. And Trump's just going to go soft. I'm being drawn to this little guy's expression, if you can see it, where he's just what? I mean, I know in the context of this card, he's dropped his candy and he's not happy about that. But that look of, what did he just say? What? Huh? And this is people in the country. More chaff, more. So you've got more energy creating friction. Trump continues, the people protecting Trump, that continues, the Democrats continue, and it just starts, the friction, it just starts ramping up even more, to the point where people on the outside were just like, whoa, and people who are even Trump supporters are like, whoa. So I've got the Tower card right there. And it isn't just the lightning hitting the top, it's all of the ghosts in the windows. Ah, they're all freaking out. Oh my gosh. Bah. You know. And you can this poor cat, his fur's all spiky because he's stressed, and what have you. Meanwhile, you've got this happy little pentacle here, and you've got this little gargoyle there who's like, oh, here we go again. But no, this is just a whole lot of freaking out. But is there something? So basically, it looks like more. We're going to keep moving in this direction, is what I'm getting. What you see now, only the stress is going to. It's just that we're going uphill as it's going to ramp up. And Bar. Ooh, Bar. What's going to happen to Bar? Is he going to... Oh. Hanged Man. Bar, he's going to be... suspended? Is he going to... Something suspended somehow. Is he going to be... This is the world card. It's the card of a culmination end of a major life cycle. It feels like him being sidelined. And a lot of what he's done coming to light. Yeah, people, the younger generations, people in Washington, the younger generations are watching and they are not impressed. And they're now of voting age. Just keep that in mind. So this looks like Barr being, something about it, him being suspended, but it doesn't feel like him necessarily. Is it quitting? No, he's just leaving. He is leaving. He's not going to be able. His role in this is ending. It's going to end here. And then some other sucker is going to have to, Trump's going to try to find some other sucker to do what Barr was doing. And good luck with that. Okay. So, yeah, his rhetoric's gonna get very alarming. Democrats just plugging along. Is this going to move as rapidly as the Democrats are hoping? Where there are actual articles of impeachment by Thanksgiving. Well, the King of Pumpkins is the King of Pentacles, and that has traditionally been the weed of crime that bears bitter fruit. Crime does not pay. The Shadow knows that card. And that's usually Trump's corruption. They've already been looking at it over time. This feels like they've, they don't need to all jump on it now because it's been laid out so much for so long. There's some things they're going to have to wait for. I don't know if they're going to be able to manage this by Thanksgiving. They're not going to be able to corral all the witnesses and get them to take this seriously yet. The Republicans are going to put up a pretty good fight, but they are absolutely sowing the seeds of the end of this nightmare. It's definitely causing upheaval in the government. And don't forget Kushner. What's going on with Kushner? Knight of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, Page of Pumpkins. This is a Page of Pentacles. It's a card that usually comes up for Kushner. He's got some serious stress ahead of him. But for now, he said this is a sitting pretty card. But he's got a sword hanging over his head. And just like normally in the Nine of Swords, there are a bunch of swords up here on the wall. Well, here they're bats that have finally come off the wall and they're starting to move, and that's what's going to happen. So he's going to get his too. So yeah, we're going to get more of the same, only more so. And the main thing I'm getting is we need to be temperate. This is very upsetting as it just comes out more and more, and then, you know, it seemed like the Ukraine thing was going to bury Trump, and then they came up with a plan to counter the argument, and it seems to at least be getting traction in some areas, which is incredibly frustrating. And there's going to be a whole lot of this is a whole lot of drama. This is just ongoing and ongoing and ongoing, and it feels like it's going to end well, and it's going to end well for the country. The ghosts, the cups, the ghost is the suit I get for the Democrats, but it feels like it's going to end well for the country. But we have got to don't let it get to you. Matter of fact, maybe that's why I even thought of this as a soap opera, that it's the days of Trump's presidency. And we almost have to kind of step back a little bit, like we're watching it on a screen, because it is very, very serious. It is our republic on the line. I fully understand the stakes, but we also need to sleep at night. And just as I was talking, it says the Democrats are subpoenaing the White House. News alert. Yeah, it's going to be on. So, I've even gone back to some more reading. I mean, I read quite a bit, but I have purposefully I just bought a big book, a physical paper book, and I'm gonna be spending time every day just reading. Of this book that has nothing. It's just fiction, and it's not electric, and it's quiet. If you can take some time every day, if you can find the time to unplug, and certainly unplug from the stress, if you need it, if it matters, I give you permission to play solitaire. I give you permission to play, to read books, to just be temperate. That is the message here. Yeah, spend time with the kitties, or the puppy dogs, or your critter of choice. All right, we're gonna get through this. There are good days ahead. It's just going to get really. It's gonna ramp up. Okay, so and I'll just keep checking back in for another episode of Days of the Trump Presidency. Same pumpkin time, same pumpkin channel. We'll get through it. And thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much to my patrons. All right, hang in there. There are good days ahead. All right, just have some tea, have some cocoa. Go have some decaf coffee. It's a warm drink. We're gonna be okay. All right, thank you.